Hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Classic video. Now today's video is going to be a goose hunting classic for both Canada and Magpie geese, and basically this is the first time I've ever owned my own geese setups, so it's my first proper time hunting geese and I have had an absolute blast. Now these are two separate hunts, but they are just one hunt each for Canada geese and Magpie geese, so it will just be interesting to see what I can get down. So I'll be using the 12 gauge pump action shotgun here and the 20 gauge semi-auto, and yeah, like I said, we'll just see what we can get down. I am so pleased to actually finally be able to hunt geese on my own without having to go to a friend's setup, and you may notice as well that this video is a lot higher quality than my previous classic videos, and this is going to be how my future classic videos are. As it turned out, the reason that my classic was not running great was classic for some reason wanted to run off of my integrated graphics card rather than my Nvidia one, and actually going into the settings and manually making it select the Nvidia allowed me to actually run classic in full screen rather than windowed mode, and to up the quality quite considerably. It was really strange because none of my other games have tried to select the integrated card, so it was just something that I hadn't thought of at all. And yeah, so that's a really nice fix, and it just makes playing classic so much more enjoyable. So it's gonna really, help me get back into it again, because I really do love classic. And you're gonna notice in this that I am a really terrible shot a lot of the time for these geese. I am still learning how to shoot them, really, because I haven't had a whole lot of experience. So please forgive all the really poor shots in this, but let's just see what we can get down. Right, so let's start picking up the geese. I am actually going to fast forward a lot of me picking up these geese, but the very first goose I collected from this setup was actually an 8068.3144, which is not a monster goose, but that is a really darn good sized goose. He actually is on the leaderboard right now. Now, it does say on the wiki and stuff that I think it's got to be 8,500 plus to be mounter. So he's not quite, big enough, but I will actually taxi him. As you'll see here, I didn't actually have enough money because of buying all the geese stuff. So I actually had to go into the menu and taxi him after, just for something to have as a baseline to try and improve off of. Like I said, not a monster, but 69th on the leaderboard for my first ever solo goose hunt is really not that bad, I don't think. But like I said, I'm gonna fast forward through a lot of the collecting because a lot of them are just really small and non-interesting. But something happened right as I started to pick up these geese that kind of, like, if you couldn't tell, this seems to be quite a good spot. And this kind of just confirmed it that while I was actually starting to collect the geese, I had even more geese coming in. And also, sadly, those ones that were stuck in the sky, I didn't know how to retrieve those, but I have been told since that using a retrieving dog, they can actually get those. So I will have to break out my retriever if this happens again. But there were nothing rare there, which is really what I'm going for with the geese hunting. That's why I've chosen to go for Canada and Magpie geese, as they have some of the cooler rares. Snow geese do have the albino variant, but there's like 3 or 4 different rares for Canada geese, and then the Magpie geese have the albinos and melanistics, which I'd really love to try and get. So I thought that I'd start off with these and then maybe move into snow geese in the future. So, like I said, if I'm doing anything wrong in this video for geese hunting, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm still learning to hunt them on my own. But I did get a really good number of geese down. I made several thousand GM in the space of a couple of hours just by taking down a lot of a lot of geese. So, yeah, I've really enjoyed it. But I will now be quiet and we'll pick up all these geese. And yeah, you can see just how many I did actually manage to get on the ground in this hunt. Okay, and now we're going to move on to hunting some magpie geese. And I really do like the magpie geese. I think they're really, really pretty, and they also pay extremely well, which I didn't realise until I did this hunt yesterday. So, like I said, all of these clips are from like one individual hunt. So that Canada goose hunt was one hunt, and this magpie geese is one hunt. So yeah, this is the setup. Like I said, it's my first time with a setup. I bought the bundles for both the Canada geese and the magpie geese, so I got a decent amount of decoys and a nice blind, and it's worked perfectly for me. I will add to it and make it a better and better setup, but it's been perfectly good to start with. now I'm going to pick up the Magpie Geese in the same way that I picked up the Canada Geese, just with a little fast forward thing here so that you don't have to sit and wait for several minutes for me to pick them all up. But I managed to get a decent sized Magpie Goose from this as well, which was really, really nice, because it's just nice to start getting some baseline animals in for animals I don't hunt a lot, like these Magpie Geese. And yeah, so 3771.3710. That's not a bad goose. He's 87th on the leaderboard. It's not massive by any means, but also not tiny. And like I said, I think these guys are really fantastic. And the trophy poses that has been brought out for the different geese and, well, all the different species of birds, like the pheasants and the ducks, are just so helpful. And I just love these geese. I think they're so pretty. But yeah, so after this, I'll just finish up collecting up the ones that I have shot. I hope you've enjoyed this goose hunt. I know it's a bit different to the normal hunts that I do after deer and big game, but I wanted to try and sort of broaden my species on Classic, and yeah, I've been loving it so far. So I'll say now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed. And yeah, that's just finished picking up these Magpie Geese, and you can see that just how much money I'm getting from like a good sized Magpie Goose. That's a lot of money, and for anyone that's trying to, get more money to get more things, that's going to be really helpful. Like I have put real monies into Classic, a little bit to buy the setups and everything, but with actually getting the money back from these setups as well, I think it makes it just so worth it. And yeah, hopefully there'll be more to come with getting more trophies and stuff from the geese. Hopefully, like I said, the rares, especially for the Magpie Geese and Canada Geese. And I thought that was so funny how he floated up into the air after I picked him up. But I'm still looking for my 200 plus muley. I have actually done a couple of hunts looking for mule deer, and it's been really interesting. So hopefully there'll be some more big deer and stuff to come as well in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time.